right, we should be live now with Lockuman SM64 Randomizer.
Yeah, hey guys.
Hey, Peggy the Looker. So why don't you two introduce yourselves?
Well, I think it's first of all, I think it's up to Peggy the Loca to say something. But before that, I can say hello, everyone. My name is Lockuman, and I have the honor to be the second time in here. It's not randomizer. It's 70 stars.
Oh no, I confused it with tomorrow. I'm so sorry.
That's completely fine. That's completely fine. Randomizer is awesome too. So check it out tomorrow. But right now,
randomizer is tomorrow. I'm so sorry, everyone.
But right now, we're going to enjoy some vanilla 70 stars. Just because, you know.
That's also good. That's also good. Yeah. Sorry, everyone.
Well, also good. It's the best. Who doesn't like the basic vanilla?
Hey, if you disagree, you can put your disagreement in the donation comment.
I mean, chocolate's fine too, but sometimes it's even based on what vanilla exactly. Anyway, I'm very happy to be here the second time on SpeedCon, and I have the honor to show one more time. Super Mario 64, the 70 stars category, but this time I am not alone in that boat this time. And one of the fellas that is also a very, very good runner with a time of a high 49, so that means something around close to 50 minutes with a PB in 70 stars, which is Peggy the Loca. So say hello, Peggy.
Hi everybody. I'm Peggy the Loca, and I'm honored today to do the comms on Lockuman's 70 star run here. He's going to do the 70 star on an original console on the N64. And tell me whenever you're ready and hit the run, I guess.
I'm never going to be ready, so let's just shoot it up in 3, 2, 1, and go.
Let's go.
Good luck on that run.
Thank you.
So I'm guessing most of you know Super Mario 64, at least from seeing. It's one of the oldest 3D. It's the oldest 3D Mario game, and the main objective is to finish the game by collecting the big star in the end. And for that, you need to collect at least a few stars, and the intended number of that is 70 stars, which he's doing right now. So this is one of the main categories here, and you're not allowed to skip any section during the run. So we're not seeing any BLJs, but we're seeing a lot of stages, a lot of stars throughout the run. And the game is structured that way that you first enter lobby, collect a few stars, and beat Bowser #1. He gives you a key which lets you enter the basement. And in the basement you collect more stars which you need to fight Bowser 2. He gives you the second key to go upstairs, where you have to collect more stars to get to the count of 70, and then you can finally beat the game.
Sounds like a scam.
And it is it is a sequential scam. And Lockuman just skipped Lucky 2 Cam in the beginning, where he just asks you if you want to know anything about the camera setup, which costs you 8 seconds, but he did it. And if I'm seeing this correctly, we're about to watch a jam here. In the beginning of 70 star, you enter Bob-omb Battlefield, where you get 2 stars usually. One is the bomb clip, the other one is the star on the island, and here he is trying to get a first frame wall kick, and he got it. He got the island hop, which is a very hard trick, but he mastered it beautifully.
Thank you. It's a 2-time pixel perfect input strat. Basically.
Exactly.
You gotta get a first frame wall kick to get a pace of measured by around 46 in a practice run, and then at the very last moment, with just some wiggle room, really not much wiggle room, you need to input a jump dive at the very last moment to just make it at the corner of that island.
Exactly, it barely works. So everything in Super Mario 64 is based on narrow pixels where you can jump off and conserving as much speed as possible. And you can do so by hitting wall kicks, like jumps off the wall, at low frames, like on the first frame possible. The later you jump off, the more speed you lose. So you really have to practice it over and over to get that rhythm into your hands and your fingers. We're entering the slide now, which is probably a more relaxed star in 70 stars. Or we just have to finish the slide fast enough, at least. But you can skip it. You can skip it entirely. You just jump down. They didn't put any checks into it. So you can finish it in 13 seconds, which is really good. You can stretch it maybe a 0.1 or 2, but that doesn't matter in the long term, which you can see his PB is at 56, 52. I don't know if you can see it on the main screen. But, so if you miss 0.1, 0.5 seconds, it doesn't matter that much, as long as you get it. So we're entering the second stage now, which is Womp's Fortress. It is one of the harder stages in the game. It's a beautiful stage. Even for casual playing the game, it's a beautiful stage. But we have many tricks in here, and we are starting with Cannonless. Here he sets up some sort of cheat code.
It's a Womp's Fortress Konami cheat code, yes. But it is better known as something called Sockfolder Cannonless, which is one of the slower strategies to get the star. What basically happens is that there's one little slight area in which Mario can still grasp that tiny bit of a wall, and his hitbox is just big enough to actually grab that star, even though you're not supposed to. And since we're a homie, and we are very, very friendly with the owl, we decided to go for owls.
And you hit it beautifully.
Thank you.
Yet again, the game developers didn't pay enough attention and put a cage up there, which is not high enough to not skip it. So you can just triple jump against it, do a wall kick, and get enough height to barely flip over, which is not the intended way. It's called owlless because you're supposed to wake the owl and fly over it and drop yourself down there. But it's not as cool as just doing it without the owl. Now we're doing something special, at least for 70 stars in the any percent categories. In Super Mario 64, you can get additional stars by collecting 100 coins in a single stage, in a single attempt. So you can get a second star. Usually you combine it with collecting the red coins, which give you a usual star. So you get, at the end of this marathon here, you will get 2 stars. One for the 100 coins, one for the red coins. And there we got the 7th red coin. He drops down to the 8th, and then we can see the regular star spawning. Now we have to get 12 additional coins. There's a ring of 8. 4 left, and there is a row of 5, and we have it. This is nothing you can see in the regular any percent categories, but since we have to collect 70 stars, we have to do some slower stars, and this is one of those. Yeah. It's not slow, but it's slower than most stars you do.
Alright, Mario, show me the money!
Yeah, the disadvantage of it is that you have to wait to not save at the end, because it shows you how many coins you counted during that attempt whenever you finish a stage. And the entire 70 star run, I think you collect 400 coin stars.
You can collect up to 4.
Yeah, up to 400 coin stars. There are 1,500 coin stars in the entire game. So you can really see that these stars are rather slow.
Did you research that?
No. This is something you learn by running 120 star, which is 100% collecting all stars. And 70 stars more like the TLDR of 100% in that sense. Yeah. Now we're seeing the first boss in Super Mario 64. It's the Womp King. Bosses are not as scary as in like Dark Souls. I mean, it's a game from the 90s. I think they were just happy by placing any object that is bigger than Mario.
Don't you underestimate old games. Remember?
Yeah, it's also not Ninja Gaiden. All right, I'm fine.
Remember Contra?
Oh, fair. No, but bosses in Super Mario 64 are usually nice. Let's say it that way. Despite Bowser,
easy to learn, hard to master.
Yes, exactly. Bowser is a bit different, but we'll see when we're there. Now we're climbing the tower, where there's 1 star. Some people say hidden, it's not very hidden. This is basically the climbing game right now. But we're just finishing up. We got our 10 stars. We're done with Mom's Fortress. And now we're heading back to the slide. If I...
Yeah, we gotta do that track twice.
Yes, exactly, because the slide doesn't only have 1 star, it has a 2nd star in a box. So I don't think that many people found out about it when they played the game casually in the 90s, but if you finish the slide fast enough, you spawn a secret star. These are one of the hidden gems basically in the game if you play casually. The fast star is the one we have already collected. This way it's already turned blue, and there is the regular star in the box.
Now we know what's in the box. Bad joke,
I've
sorry.
got something else in the box if the box is a donation counter.
Ooh, is that so?
Yes, that is so. Actually, 2 things if you have time.
What's in the counter? What's in the counter?
In the counter, in addition to the $150 we had, is now a $50 donation, anonymous with no comment, but thank you so much.
What?
And
Very nice.
Thank you so much.
Another $10 donation by Origin Wolf again, saying, "Show me the money."
Show me the money.
And now we're at $210 raised for Save the Children. Thank you so much, everyone.
Jesus. That's a lot already.
And we still have a second day tomorrow. We haven't even finished this day yet.
Very true, very true.
We just saw a very interesting intermediate stage called Wing Cap, where we got the Wing Cap, which we need later on. Now we're heading into the first Bowser stage, Bowser in the Dark World, where we both collect the red coins to get an additional star, which we need later. We don't need it yet for Bowser 1 anymore. It's good to have it for later on, so we can enter Bowser 2 faster. We also have to finish this parkour, which is not easy.
No, unfortunately not at all.
Unfortunately, not at all. There are a lot of M's which will just stop you in the middle of your run. You can fall off everywhere, left and right.
Alright, normal cycle then.
Yeah, there are many cycle-based diamonds here rotating where you have to wait for. So at least you can really tell how much time you lost.
I think I lost about like 5 seconds.
Yeah, but that is basically nothing for such a long run. But we got to spawn the star. We're out of the dangerous area now that you collected the star. You're not supposed to say too early. People can jump over the star if they're too excited and just jump into the abyss. Now we're seeing Bowser.
Dive into the pipe by accident.
Oh no!
Yeah, true. Yeah, no, nobody ever did that. That is unheard of.
No,
diving into the pipe too early. So you only can kill Bowser by throwing him against one of those bombs. In Bowser in the Dark World, so the first one, this is it's okay because the bomb is not that far away from you, but this will get harder and harder in Bowser 2 and Bowser 3. Then the bombs are really far away and you have to be more and more precise because you have to spin. I mean, maybe you remember, you have your N64 controller and you start spinning, and the more you spin, the faster he turns and the further you can throw him. But the faster he spins, the harder is it to get the right point to throw him off. So the distance actually helps there. If he's literally standing in front of the bomb, it's you should hit it. Alright, we're entering Cool Mountain, which is a cool. It's a cool stage. Most stars are fair, I would say, but you can always bonk there. It's a rough one. Yeah. You basically skip an entire parkour of ice by just dropping down, trying to get a wall kick there. But that's not unusual at all.
Okay, I gotta put my headphones up for a minute.
Sure, do so.
If it doesn't work this time around, I think I'm gonna need to change a strat.
That is completely fine. There are, for most stars, there are multiple strats, like almost tens or dozens of them. Usually you pick, and there you can see, once you can hear it, it's easier. The thing with wall kicks is you can see when Mario hits the wall, but you can also hear it. And the same with swimming. So it's actually easier if you have the game audio on your ears to just have the double check in that sense. And most people think run more by audio than by visual cues. All right, we got the star. We're out of this one, which is good. And next up, we enter the chimney and the ice slide. Again, it's a slide. We just skip it entirely. We don't care about all the design that went into it.
Okay, that was a new one.
And I think Mario got some back pain here.
I was pretty sure that I actually tried to dive there, but...
Yeah, maybe it was too late. We'll see next time.
Yeah.
So once you fall off something, you start... you will get damage once you hit the floor. And you will get more and more damage the further you fall. Unless you dive at some point close before you land on the area where you want to land on. Because then it counts as basically a new jump and you don't get any damage. And this it works twice now here, but anyhow, we're done, which is good. There are 2 more things we have to do. We have to get another 100 coin star, and we have to carry home a little lost baby penguin. And we are starting with the 100 coin star. Again, this is one of the slower stars, so it's basically a walk around in the stage, looking at all the beautiful sights, collecting 5 coins here, 5 coins there. There's another red coin. It's one of the few 100 coin stars which you don't pair with red coins. And that is because you have to enter the slide, again, because many coins in the stage, or most coins in the stage, are on the slide. And this way you can combine the race against the big penguin here with the 100 coin star, which is more convenient and even faster. So now you can see that there are a lot of coins. Here's a full coin arc. 2 coins left and right everywhere you want to go. A row of 5. The penguin, which is trying to push you off. A row of 15 coins. You can already tell that most coins are on the slide here, so you can't collect the 100 coin star without collecting those money. There we got the money, a perfect count. Spawned the star on the very last coin. And we finished the race first, which is important. Sometimes it happens if you are unlucky that you finish the race second in order to collect all the coins, and then the penguin doesn't spawn the star. But we made it. This is actually scary because you can jump off too late or just miss 1 or 2 coins too many on the slide. And then you have to do it again because collecting the red coins afterwards is just too slow. Then you have to do the race again because you lost it. And you can't just collect the star of the race because then you just get out of the level. So this is one of the check marks or checkpoints of the game which you just have to pass. It's a hit or miss in the 70 star run. If you don't get it, you just have to reset. It's one of the hard barriers. There was a little penguin. I think intentionally you had to slide down all the way, left and right, walk it down, do not drop it. You can just run off and you get it. Alright, we're out of CCM. And now we're heading towards the scary mansion, the Big Boo Haunt, which you might remember. Every good Mario game has to have one of those Boo stages.
Which is why there are so many at Super Mario World.
Exactly. You can only enter it by killing the one Boo that carries the cage, and I think it's supposed to resemble that the stage itself is contained in a cage, which you can't see here in the dark. The stage is very slow. Most of the stars are not reasonable to do. I mean, you have to get them in 120 stars and 100%. There are only 2 quick stars in here. One is the balcony star, no, the haunted books, which you just got. But you don't know why it's called haunted books because usually you have to just walk through a library. But we skip that because we're speedrunners. We don't care about anything the developers put into the game. And the second star is the second boss fight, if my count is correct. It's fighting the Big Boo on the balcony. So we have to get up on the top level by just skipping everything, basically, and leaving. There we are on the balcony, hitting it once,
I'm too scared.
hitting it twice,
And sold.
And sold. These boos are shy. Once you look at them, once you face them, they just hide and are invincible. So you always have to look away to make them approach you. Alright, that was BBH. We're already done here. Next up is SSL, which is one of the other big check marks in the game. Depending on the strats you're doing, but this is usually it can be one of the hard stages in the game later on.
It's reset heavy for top runners, I guess.
It can be very reset heavy. I will maybe say something to it. But first we have to catch a little bunny called Mips, and he got it beautiful. The little bunny spawns after you have 15 stars, and once you catch it, it spawns a star. It will spawn again once you have 50 stars collected, and you can catch it again and get another star. If my information is correct, it's called MIPS, like the little processor on the N64 board, to show that they call it MIPS and make it run fast, to show that the little processor on the N64 motherboard is fast. It's like, I think it's software developer humor. The first star we are getting is Pillarful in that way. We have to go over all the 4 pillars here, placed around the pyramid in Shifting Sandland, or salty land, as I like to call it. Once we are past all the 4 pillars, the top of the pyramid just explodes and lets us enter through the top. Yeah, you can just kick up slopes, which is reasonable to do. There's a little hole you can enter here, and you can easily jump to the star. It's not intended to get to the star by jumping from the top entrance, but it's easier, it's faster. You're intended to just climb up within the pyramid. And you can skip walking over all these pillars by grabbing the bomb, manipulating it in the beginning. So there is a black bomb in the beginning. You can grab it like in Bomb Clip and make it make it bigger. Grab it again and let you push it into the pyramid.
Yeah, but it's very complex and very, very difficult to do.
It is very difficult to do. It saves a lot of time, but it kills almost every run.
Yeah.
So it's not reasonable to do for a very long time, but it's one of those infamous tricks like BLJs.
It's one of the things that once you believe you are consistent, you still aren't, because the game's the game.
Exactly.
That's basically how we can put it.
The consistency of this pillarless strat is basically dependent on the position of the moon, of the tides, and whatever. Right, we're done with SSL, and we're heading towards the lethal lava land, where your children dream come true of the floor is lava. Because it is. This is one of the stages where we almost collect all stars. Every star but the 100 coin star. And we're starting with reds, of course. They are conveniently placed on this little puzzle, which is just trying to make you fall into the lava by shifting its pieces on a fixed pattern. Alright, we got the red coins. There is no fixed order in how you have to collect the stars. I mean, there are some sections within the stages which you have to respect, but usually you're free to just choose your own order. So Lockuman started with red coins, and now he's going to do Lava Boost. Does it beautifully. It's one of the harder tricks in the game, where you just skip walking up the entire volcano by...
Oh my god, that was so scary!
I was starting to hold my breath, but you made it. Very nice. Well, you just boost up along the volcano, because once you got a booty burn, here you get 3 damage, you have 8 lives, you get 8 power, better to say. You get 3 damage, 8 health. But you shoot up very high. There you can see 1, 2, 3, once you get burn damage. Alright, this is enough. We're entering the volcano for the second time to get the elevator star. We have to boost up again. This basically skips the first elevator ride. Another oversight from the devs. And we jump off. We fell down. It happens. This is one of the better deaths in the game. Because if you die within the volcano, you load into the last loading zone, which is in the volcano, so you basically lose no time. Okay, and we can try it again.
Just for the sake of it, we're gonna try the same way again. Like I said, just for the sake of it, we're just gonna do it the regular way now.
All right, we're trying it again. You can jump off early off those poles. It's very tight, as you can. We can see it in a moment. There are tiny platforms on which you can roll out pretty perfectly if you jump off at the right moment. And sometimes you hit him, sometimes you don't. It's probably also depending on the phase of the moon. All right, we're climbing to the top, which is enough to jump to the star directly.
Yeah, the roller is just a bit quicker, and I was just trying to aim for it.
Yeah, we're in an hour-long speed run, and these are optimizations in the range of 2 seconds. So this game is often that optimized that you're actually fighting for every second you can save throughout the run. Okay, we got a bit of damage here, so we have to be careful when jumping over to the big bully, which is technically a boss. And we got a third burn. It's fine, we can try it again.
Right now it's a bit rough.
You're doing fine. No worries. Again, you can just jump over, get a booty burn here to skip half of the intended path the developers wanted you to go. Alright, we're going towards the bullies. A family of 3 little bullies that try to push into the lava. Beautiful triple kill. Spawning their mother, I guess. Or father, I'm not so sure. I'm not a biologist.
Well, both can be bullies, so...
After killing the big bully, you get the star for this boss fight. This is also one of the few stages where you have multiple boss fights. The other one is the single big bully, which we just walked by and we can kill it now. And we're walking the same way. We just jump into the lava to get over quicker than what was intended.
Okay, I don't
Again,
know
here there's only little pixel which you can hit to actually place a second long jump. The Yahoo jump, so to speak. And this is one of the things which you have to practice over and over to get it down with a consistency of maybe 40 to 80%. It will always fail every now and then. Okay, we're almost done. There's 1 star left besides the 100 coin star, and this is the log star. There is a log, which we will never see in the game.
Oh, we will, but it's not gonna matter.
Yes, exactly, because we can skip it. There is a wing cap. We activated it early on, and it'll just let us fly over the fence, and we're done. Usually you were supposed to just walk around the entire way, wait for a log, dance on it and stuff. Some stars are harder to do casually than they are to do in a speedrun way. So some of the strats we're doing are just actually easier, which is surprising. We get enough stars to go through the second star door, and we're getting closer to the second Bowser fight, finishing off the basement. Or not entirely finishing off the basement, but first we have to go to Dia Docks. A beautiful stage with beautiful music.
Yes.
We have to dive and swim. So there are 3 stars we have to collect. The first one is the chest star, where you have to open 4 chests in a certain order. And you have to face them.
Well, at least sort of face them, yes.
Yeah. So you have to approach them from the front.
That's certainly
3.
At some point, my guess, dependent on the tides, whether you hit him in a certain way or not.
Exactly, and this is chest number 4. There's a whirlpool of death in the middle, which is not scary at all. Because nobody dies in there.
It just wants to play.
Yeah, it just wants to play like this little shark, which also never hit anybody. So there are 2 more stars, which you can see that there is the entrance of DDD, this blue waves, are blocking something behind it, and behind it it's the Fire Sea entrance. So to get this painting, quotation marks off, to move back, we have to collect the star on the submarine, because it's not only... it's called Dire Docks for a reason. There's Bowser's submarine placed here. I don't know why Bowser has a submarine, but there is one.
He's rich.
And all you have to do is collect the star on the sub to make it disappear and to let the painting move backwards to reveal Fire Sea. We are in the dock now. As you can see, he's often turning away the camera or zooming in, because right now we're getting a lot of lag frames, so the game is more challenging on the processor than it was capable of, because of all the objects it has to render. So a big part of playing on N64 is optimizing your lag frames, reducing lag frames left and right, like in Fire Sea and Dire Docks, every stage else where you have a lot of objects. And this can save up to minutes over the run. Okay, here we're in Fire Sea. This is the second Bowser stage. We're collecting all the red coins, which is very fast because we can just do it on our way to Bowser 2. This way we're collecting all the red coins. Alright, we got 4 coins down here. Now we're going up to the second level. Now he zoomed in to reduce some lag, which is very nice.
Unfortunate.
We jumped over. So most of the damage we're getting is intentional, which is fine. Coin number 6. And we're on the top level. Very beautifully dodged.
I want to say thank you.
And we spawned the star. This stage is well known for people to kill their runs in, because there, as you might have seen, there wasn't the platforms moved up and down. So this is cycle based too, and the cycle takes 20 seconds. And usually people only have like 1 or 2 minutes of time saved in the entire run. So if you lose 20 seconds, this can almost kill your run instantly if you miss an additional cycle. Here we get a new feature. Bowser learned to jump on the platform, making it swing back and forth.
No.
But we're still very close to the bomb, and we can see it another time.
Yeah, that's basically what we were talking about, when being more precise, when throwing Bowser every time.
Yeah, so now we're very close to the bomb, and luckily it worked.
I'm a good spinner.
You're a very good spinner. I mean, you didn't die here, which is better than I did yesterday.
Ooh, curious. Tell me more.
Hey, if the run goes on for longer, people have more time to donate, right? Speaking of which...
Very true.
If you have time, that is.
Oh yeah, please. Collecting some money?
Remember that $10 donation that Origin Wolf did like 50 minutes ago?
Ooh.
Well, we did it again. We have another $10 from Origin Wolf saying again, show me the money!
Very nice. Alright, we're entering Wet Dry World.
Sorry.
Oh, sorry. Go ahead.
I'm gonna have to read that louder and louder every time we do it, don't we? Don't I?
I think so, because we're going for another 100 coin star.
I think we can help you with that, maybe a little bit.
I promise, every time you all donate a donation with Show Me the Money, we're gonna say it louder and louder.
I think Lockuman is the right one to do it. I just have to ask you, Lockuman, did you skip the Mantra Star by intentionally?
Let's say yes. Alright?
Okay, fair.
Let's just say yes.
Okay, so he skipped the Mantra Star intentionally. The Mantra Star can be a bit troublesome in Dire Docks, so we just went to Wet Dry World directly. Here is another instance of us collecting 100 coins, but not the red coins, because the red coins are in a different part of the stage where we have to swim, and this takes almost a minute to get there. So it's easier to just collect the coins here. Luckily there are enough. And also hit all the 5 secrets, which spawns a regular star. Got 86 coins, which is more than enough. There is a Chakia, which you always have to approach from its back, otherwise it will throw you off and you will get very mad.
Otherwise it will have your back. And we
Otherwise
do not
it will
want
have your
that.
back.
Show me the money!
And show us the money. Nice, we got the 100 coin star. Wetdry World is probably the only stage which is RNG inflicted, like significantly RNG inflicted. With the skeeters, like the little spiders walking around and the DMs. There's not that much RNG in Mario.
But the coins are.
The coins are spreading randomly, that is true. The starting position and the movement of the enemies can be random. But other than that, there are some sub-frame shenanigans that can happen, but usually they don't matter that much. The game is actually just hard. one has to say it like that. It's a 3D game. The inputs are the controller, as you might remember, with the 3 little horns. It's not. It has its disadvantages.
Quite some lag, but
one gets used to it. Yeah. And one has to live with the fact that there's lag on the N64 too.
Yep.
Alright.
That's the Scotty Star.
Alright, this is one of the Scotty Star. Yeah, we just beamed up to collect one of the fastest stars in the game. If you're going into almost all stages, you can collect all the super fast stars. This is one of them. You just walk there, beam up, open the box, done. It's 10 seconds. There's almost nothing to practice. So if you want to learn to run Super Mario 64 70 star, start with those ones. Then you can say after one day, I've already learned 5 stars within 5 minutes. Easy done. Okay, one last one and we can leave Wetdry World. It's top of the town, where we try to not get burned.
We did not want to get burned there.
Open another box. Get the star.
38
Stages and stars are usually faster to collect upstairs, where we are right now, than downstairs.
Yeah, but the technique, the strats are getting more and more complex.
Yeah, and the stages are getting more and more funny.
Speaking of more complex stars.
Tiny, huge island in the tiny segment. So here the developers had some fun by programming or creating a stage twice.
Goodness gracious.
That was rough. But we managed to not fall off, which is great. So this stage appears twice. In a tiny version, right now, with tiny little Goombas. And in a huge version with huge Goombas. Nice. And these are intertwined, so you can just, while being in the stage, you can shift between them by entering the pipe. And we got the scariest class of all, which is THI secrets here, without a death, which is really good. Alright, up next, there are still the Piranha Star and the Box Star, Mountain Clip, whatever you want to call it. And we are starting with the Mountain Clip Star? Is it called that way? I'm not so sure.
Well, not in the official books, though.
Not in the official books, yeah. So here you can see that you, by entering the pipe, you entered the huge part of Tiny Huge Island, where everything is actually huge and will basically kill you, or wants to kill you. And we'll go there one more time, and before we enter the pipe, you can see that there's a tiny little piranha plant, which spits out a tiny, cute little flame.
Which
there it
does
is.
Just as much damage as a big one.
And there are his big brothers, which we have to kill now. And they grow and grow and grow. It's part of the huge island that everything is huge. It's the US way of life, I guess.
Go big or go home, you mean? and they're going home. Exactly.
I guess technically this is a boss fight. As I mentioned before, bosses are not as hard as they are in other games nowadays. But still, you can lose some time left and right. Alright, now we're entering... No, we're not. We're collecting the Toad Star first. Toads are nice. They just wait here, give you a star.
We're negotiating.
They're negotiating. They just want to feel the love by somebody talking to them. Giving you a star, which is really nice. And now we're entering Tall Mountain. It's considered the third easiest stage, because nothing can go wrong here.
Can't it?
And what he tried here was to clip through the mountain, the walls of the mountain. They are basically paper thin. So if you have enough speed, you can just do a dive, sliding up the wall there, clipping through the wall itself. And once you land in the water, you just beam up, and then we can see it another time. But now we're collecting the red coins, which are conveniently placed on the side of the mountain. This is probably the most lag-intense part of the game.
Which makes it also a very hard one.
Yeah, because usually if there's no lag, you know when to jump, because you always want to jump on the first frame when you land. But if there's lag, there's a desync between what you expect and what the machine is presenting you. Right, another try.
I have no idea why this is not working right now. But,
this might be the hardest door in the club scene here right now.
I would also like to try to just in a few seconds to set up my headphones for a bit.
Yeah,
and see if that might be the issue.
Right, this is another example of having audio cues is really important in the game, because you want to hear what Mario does, where you run, where you jump off. Everything makes a sound, and it's important to hear them.
That's not the issue.
All right.
Oh wow!
But there are a lot of stars where we can, which we have as backups, because we have to get 5 stars in here. So we're only skipping the 100 coin star and the monkey cage star, which are both extremely slow.
Yeah, I can put them back on since it's not the issue of the sound.
Alright, there are 2 more stars, and I guess Lockuman will try to get them with another mountain clip. I mean, the attempts are free, they don't cost you that much. And we clip through. We're landing in the water, we're beaming up. Beautiful. This saves a huge amount of time. Running over the log, it's not scary at all. We're not getting a bonk there, a magical bonk. As you can see, nothing in this stage is scary.
No,
there's no way you can fall down anywhere. A thing which can happen here is that you bonk randomly mid-air if you're above an edge or a corner. And these are called invisible walls or invisible walls, which can just happen due to floating point errors in the game. It's crazy. But it lets you just bonk on the wall that is referenced underneath. And you don't see it coming. You only see it. You only saw it coming afterwards. Okay. Right, nice triple jump up here, with a little ledge grab, jumping up, and we scale the mountain. Beautiful.
It's the safest strat to go for the triple jump, actually.
And we managed to leave TTM without a single death, which is crazily good.
Thank you very much.
Alright, entering now... we're entering now...
Snowman's Land.
Snowman's Land, which is a nice little stage. It's probably one of the fastest stages in the game to complete them with all stars, but all we need are 4 of those. I think only TTC is faster.
Well, TTC is fastest if you do it good. TTC is also one of the hardest levels.
I mean, the condition of doing it good doesn't count. It does never count. Yeah, TTC is the fastest. You can finish it in under 4 minutes, and SL is a little above 4 minutes if you do all stars. If I have it if I do have the right numbers. But right now we're only collecting the 4 fast stars, and it has a lot of fast stars. We just climbed up the snowman without any major incident. Oh wait, you're collecting 5 stars, am I right?
Yep.
My bad. So now we're collecting.
It's just unusual to collect 5 stars here. Because
it depends.
Red coins are very, very slow, as you can see.
They will cost you like 2 or 4 seconds, depending on the strat. So there are, yeah, it's not that much actually. I mean, you have to do very fast TTC, but I don't want to get into the detail. So since we only need 70 stars to finish the game, we have a lot of freedom to choose which stars we want to do. So this category has a lot of options for us. So you can do variations of your route. You can kick out certain stars if you don't like them. You can add other stars, which you can do really good. And so Lockuman decided to add SL red coins, which you can use to skip 1 star in the end game. And there are stars which you want to skip.
You do. You do.
They are faster in the end, but they are also very risky. So you have to be very strategic about entering, letting those into your route. And you killed the bully, which is one of those fast stars. There are 2 left, which we have to collect. We have to get over this green structure to get there where we collected the shell. Because, I don't know, you probably haven't seen it. And,
Oh no.
Yeah, getting over this green structure is...
Some things do happen.
Yeah,
sometimes they're just beyond your control.
It's also a pretty rough jump.
It is a pretty rough jump. Yeah, there are 2 boxes. Oh, sorry, yeah.
Sorry. Also, while that happened, I have a bit of a volume warning for you. If you have time.
A volume warning? What does that mean?
Remember when I said I'm gonna read the next Show Me the Money donation in an even louder voice? That's why. So if you have time.
Yeah, sure. Hit us.
So Aubergine Wolf did another two $10 donations. First one just said, greetings from the Discord server, #Luku. And the second is, and I cannot stress this enough, a volume warning. Give me just a second while I prepare to read this. Where are my sound settings? Alright, the second donation said, show me the money! You're welcome, Chad.
Nice. All right. I think we're gonna just get one more star just to be safe.
Right, now we're doing the star which Lockuman has not forgotten about.
Oh no.
It's the Mentor star, where we have to swim through 5 consecutive rings.
This is so punishing once you don't hit the first 5 rings. Since, well, the reason why it's so important to hit the first 5 rings is that the hitboxes are gonna respawn randomly right after the first 5 rings.
Exactly. The hitboxes of the rings are not the entire rings, it's a tiny little disc in the middle. And some of the developers who was responsible for this didn't pay enough attention in math, and forgot that they have to rotate with the rings.
Yeah.
So these little discs, the hitboxes, do not rotate, and it's really hard to hit them. So in the first 5 rings, it's fine. They are finely positioned, but after that, it's just a complete mess, and you have to swim through the middle perfectly.
Or, basically after that, no, because sometimes the hitbox of a ring is perpendicular to the actual ring.
This can actually happen. So you can only hit it by swimming through the thick side of the... Like think of a coin, and you have to hit the coin from the side. It's hard at some point. Alright, we hit second MIPS perfectly, no incident. We get a second gifted star from a toad just waiting here alone in basement. And we're entering Hazy Maze Cave. Where we are collecting... where's my math? 4 stars.
To 59.
This is one of the stages you might know from 16 star because you are also collecting a lot of stars here. It's one of the stages which you actually enter here in the any percent category 16 star, and there are a lot of quick stars to capture, but not this one. It's one of
that one got even longer.
It's one of the Christmas miracles where people found out that if you just jump over and fall from high enough, you can activate the switch in the water, which was not intended by the developers.
Usually, you get you were supposed to get the metal cap to be unlocked, and just walk by there over the elevator.
Exactly, but getting the metal cap is time expensive, and if there's one thing we don't want to do as speedrunners, it is investing time.
No, we only want to invest time into saving time. We want to be absurd enough.
Alright, we're clipping through the floor, collecting the star. Beautiful. It's one of those stars which look kind of scary, but if you know where to look for and what to look at, like the textures on the wall, the consistency is almost 100%, or basically 100%, even as a beginner. But you have to know what to look for, which is the hard part of getting into this sort of speedrun.
That one is the most dreaded star in Hazy Maze Cave for me. I'm not even kidding.
It is a hard star. You can fall off there, you can miss a wall kick, and losing time in HMC in the Hazy Maze Cave feels miserable.
I just remember 16 star when I was grinding it, and I always was dreaded by that star. I was punished so badly once I was malpositioned after entering the door.
Yeah, I can imagine. Alright, so here you saw that there were rocks rolling down, and I lied earlier. This is also one part of the game where RNG actually matters because the rocks can go left and right. And if you're unlucky and the rocks go left, you have to either dodge them or just get hit. Either way, you lose time. But not that much, it's like 2 or 3 seconds, but it's the few instances where RNG actually hits. Alright, we're closing in. We're entering the end game. And we're going through the 50 star door, which was one requirement of the game. So when you played it as a kid, you thought, nice, I have 50 stars, I can finally fight Bowser 3, only to see that there are more stages. And actually there's another star door, locking it off. It's a 70 star door, which lets you enter with less stars, but you can't walk up there. Right, we are going for the luck to bounce, getting the wall kick, getting the bounce, sliding off. That is unfortunate. This is a very hard strat to skip half of the stage, but it's awesome to watch it, to observe it, and also it feels awesome to hit it every time, even if you're on world record pace. Now we're trying to collect the coins here in the maze, the red coins. The design of this maze is just, it's awful. There's no real ledge you can grab on. Everything's sloped. Yeah, you're just happy if you're out of here. Rainbow Ride itself is probably one of the hardest stages in the game. There are no boundaries, no borders. If you fall off somewhere, you're dead.
I'm sorry for picking down the headphones. Just need to focus real bad right now.
That is absolutely his right to do so. Alright, we're going for another triple jump wall kick here. We hit it. Another attempt. Wall kick. Bounce. Jumping up once, twice, hitting the pole. Beautiful. That was very well executed. This is probably one of the hardest strats in 70 star to do regularly, because you have to hit the wall, the slide frame perfectly, not frame perfectly, but pretty well to get the wall kick to position. You have to pull the Lakitu in a certain way, the little guy on the cloud there, to put him into the right position. Bounce off of him, then you have to jump up the slide backwards, which is not very natural to do. There are a lot of ways to just fall off and die there. Right, collecting the tricky triangle star. These are pyramids, but for some reason they're called triangles in the game. These are three-dimensional triangles, so I guess that's fine. And there's one star left, which is swinging in the breeze. There's the swing. I'm still looking for the breeze.
Oh, yes!
There's a nice. We got over it. And if I...
Alright, Piggy, little change of plans.
Yes.
I think even though Toad is a good dude, and I really do not want to bully him into anything, I'm gonna spare him that moment, and I'm gonna just skip him a bit.
Alright. So if I understand correctly, he is going to do TTC 100. So he might show us the money yet again. Because right now we're only missing 7 stars. There are 7 in TTC and there's another Toad star.
Oh, goodness.
And the game said no.
That never happened before.
I've never seen this. But luckily we can just enter right away. There are different ways to enter TikTok vlog, depending on the time of the big pointer. If you enter it at 12, it's stopped. If you enter it at 3, it's slow. 9 is fast, and 6 is completely random. So usually you want to have it on stopped. Otherwise these little floppy things would just spin around like crazy. Okay, here we're trying to get the triple jump wall kick to get up. Nice. Now we're on the route he's choosing. He's not allowed to miss any coin right now. Opening the blue coin switch. Blue coins are worth 5 coins, so you don't want to miss one of those. They are only here for a short amount of time. Wall kick. Nice. Beautiful. Jumping up.
I'm a bit scared.
There are only a few more boxes to open, which all contain 10 coins. Right, got the first one. Right, move further up. This is rough. So, as you might have noticed, this is a very vertical stage. So if you slip, you fall down, like far down. Alright, we got all the coins we need to open the last box. The thing that can happen here is that you open the box and one of the coins just goes really far off and falls down.
Volume warning.
Alright. We get a volume warning.
I'm gonna collect that star now. And I'm gonna say, show me the money!
Alright, he showed us the money. Now it's your turn. That was a beautiful ending where you have to wall kick up to collect the star, to stomp the thwomp, the big blue guy here. Alright, we entered moving.
Oh, Jesus.
That is a little bit of N64 magic happening down here. The down warp. Right now, since he missed the triple jump of those rotating flippies, he has to walk up, or as I like to call it, the walk of shame. But it's fine. So he just basically does the normal strat. You're doing stop, but in a more difficult way to collect one of the 3 stars here. And he starts with the top star, the pendulum one. I assume he does 2 more stars moving, so we just have to see when he enters, and he enters moving. Alright, so we are about to see another triple jump flippy thing. Triple jump, double jump, triple jump of the flippies. Nice, this is harder than it looks like. But it saves a lot of time and it feels great if you can hit it. It basically lets you just run towards the second level to go to the stars there. And there's one more star which you can do moving. Technically there are two more, but no reasonable person would do so. The third one is give me a hand. I don't know who's asking, but somebody is asking for your hand. Oh. We're not dead yet. This is good. Right. Another tiny walk of shame, but it's fine. It doesn't cost that much time. We're up again here. You can't jump over the
Still got it.
pendulum again because it's usually not in the right position if you miss it once. But you can just go a little bit higher and just long jump over. Long jumps can cross a really long distance, so they are great to just skip big parts or big gaps. Alright, 2 more stars on stopped. We entered at point 12. One of them is roll into the cage, I think it's called, which is basically do an entire parkour through the game, only to collect 1 star. Nice triple jump wall kick. This is one of those instances where you really have to be precise, reduce your speed a little bit before you hit the wall kick. It is really nasty to do it if you're trying to learn it. Nice wall kick there, and we're in the cage. Nice.
Alright.
And last but not least, we are going for the red coin star. As you might have seen, all the red coins are positioned around the little flippies, which are now stopped again to collect them easily. And so we just have to jump back and forth to collect them. I missed the triple jump, but that's fine. You're back and forth
that hurts.
and hitting a little wall, falling down. As I mentioned, it's a very vertical stage, so if you bonk somewhere, you fall down. It's more annoying than it is hurting your run. But I mean, running is not about the time, it's about the feeling you have. Right, we are at
70 stars.
And now we can walk up to Bowser in the Sky, which is the final parkour in the game. So now we have to go to the side, walk up here, or jump up. This is the 70 star door, we can just walk through. And the infinite stairs are now finite, which is very convenient.
Sure is.
In 70 star, you're not allowed to do BLJ, so you can't just swoop up there. So you have to collect 70 stars to make them finite. And all we have to do here is survive bits, get into the final pipe. Nice little speed kick here. Triple jump dive over a very steep angle. Very nice. There are a lot of things which we just skipped here, like going to be back by just doing a triple jump or a side flip up. Especially here, triple jump, wall kick up, we are skipping an entire section of the parkour. This is probably the most scary part if you're new, just long jumping over here. Especially since you're at the end of your run. You don't want to lose it here by just falling off, so this long jump is very scary.
Or rather, you don't want to get it killed by Goomba.
Exactly. The Goomba will always hit you down. So here, as you can see, the bombs are very far away. The first one is fine-ish, but the second and third are going to be hard because you have to hit Bowser 3 times with a bomb here. Alright, he flew back very far, which is convenient. Now, okay, hitting it the second time. Now he's at the center, a bit behind the center, which is good.
We did it!
One last throw, and we hit it. Nice, GG. And that was
a bit
Mario
over the
64.
estimate, but it's better than in spring, so I'm happy with that.
Here's the big star, and the run's finished. Yet. GG.
Nice. Thank you very much. Oh my god, what a ride. Thank you guys so much. Especially for all the donations. That was very, very wild. First of all,
Yeah,
thank you so
speaking
much.
of, sorry, my bad.
First of all, well, no, you want to read out the nation, right? Didn't you?
I mean, speaking of the nations, show me the money. We got another 10 for the Aubergine Wolf.
Holy shit, Aubergine Wolf, Aubergine Wolf, you are insane. Thank you so much for that much money for a good cause.
Brings us to a flat even $250 too.
Who? What?
$250.
$250 flat during that run?
Yep.
You're shitting.
Well, no, the total. I mean now.
Oh, okay, but
Oh, total is not
that's
total,
pretty awesome.
$250.
That's pretty awesome.
Yeah, it's still awesome.
What I wanted to say is, I think I can announce it now. How many times did we die? Did we have something like a death counter?
I did not track it down, but I think a few in LLL, and I can't recall any, and 2 in CCM, I think. But after LLL, there was no death anymore.
All right, we need to figure out how many times that I became because I lost track of it. I think it was at least 6 times.
Might be 5 or 6, I would say.
Yeah. So I was thinking of donating $5 for each death, actually. So basically, that there is something that we can see and observe, and that this is something that might be nice for the good cause. And yeah, that's what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna donate $5 for each death. That's what I wanted to say basically about that. And thank you guys so much that you were attending here for the run. That Peggy, that you were willing to commentate on it, and I hope you had quite some fun of it during the entire run. And thank you guys for organizing everything in here, and yeah, I'm very happy to be part of it yet another time. That's basically everything that I wanted to say, so I'm gonna give it up to you guys.
Well, Peggy, if you want to plug yourself.
Yeah, thank you very much for asking me to comment on your run. I was very honored. So I hoped I could explain most of the things that happened on screen in a very short time for every star. And I'm happy that I could observe such a good run.
Oh, thank you so much. Yeah, I think that's it.
Alright, well, I wish we had time to play out the credits, because the SM64 credits are absolutely amazing too. But we do have a marathon schedule to go by.
Yeah.
But yeah, the Mario doesn't stop here, by the way. We got Odyssey coming up, so
I'm gonna watch that.
yeah, Super Mario Odyssey, really cool run. Superstar more than 80%, so we'll be getting that set up very shortly. But we're gonna head on a short intermission. Thank you again so much for the run, Lockuman, and thank you for commentating.
Thank you for having me.
It's been amazing. And yeah, we'll see you in the intermission. You can listen to some pretty cool tunes, and
I will.
maybe keep raising that donation counter.
Yeah. All right. See you guys.